What's up guys? Welcome back to the Wheels Right Here channel. So today I have something very exciting that I want to share with you guys. In this channel, we usually talk about how we can take care of our car through detailing and easy maintenance, but sometimes that may not just be enough, and that's where mods and upgrades come in. So for the past couple of months, I've been driving around with this weird steering wheel that doesn't have buttons on it. That's because it's actually a Lexus NX steering wheel that I am using as a temporary steering wheel. While my actual steering wheel is at the steering wheel shop, I just said steering wheel so many times. It's getting some major work done. And now it's finally back. I'm very excited about it because it feels amazing. It has premium leather. It is completely rewrapped in Napa leather from Italy. So the most premium material that you can put on your steering wheel. And it's also got some customizations to it that I'm very excited to share. So it feels amazing in your hands. And in this video, I'll finally be installing this steering wheel back to my vehicle. So let's get to it. As you can see, it's freezing out today, but I can't wait to put on this steering wheel. So the very first step to getting off that old steering wheel is to disconnect the battery, because that airbag is sitting right in the center of that steering wheel. So we need to remove that first. So this is where my battery sits in the car. It's actually in the back. So I'm gonna disconnect this negative terminal. So now the battery is disconnected and I waited a couple minutes. So now I can go ahead and remove the airbag right here. So just like that, the airbag is off. There you go. So that's the airbag. So now onto the hardest part of the process. Let's get the wire out of here. We're gonna take off this bolt. This is usually very, very tight. And I was the last one to put it on. I might have put it on a little tighter too. So just gotta loosen this. It's very useful to have a second person here. My fiance here is helping me. Okay, there we go. Look at the girth of this bolt. So just like that, steering wheel's off. All right guys, so here comes the new steering wheel. So this steering wheel was worked on by OJ Steering. It's a company in Taiwan. So I shipped it all the way to Taiwan to have them work on this. And when I was in Taiwan, I picked it up and brought it back here. Now you can also just purchase a brand new steering wheel and they will work on it for you and send it to you. So how they work is a completely customized experience. You get to choose what color you want your steering wheel to be, what color combination as well, and what kind of design you want on it, what kind of thread you want on it. You can even choose all the colors on that. So the whole 9 yards, everything is customizable. So you choose your design and communicate with them, then they'll bring it to life. So for my steering wheel, I picked a all black design that's more low-key, less flashy. And for each side, I picked the perforated leather to give it a little more variation. And I also asked them to flatten out the bottom, so now it gives it more shape, and also when I get in and out of the car, I don't hit the bottom anymore. And for the top, I also chose a center stripe to give it that more sporty look. You can customize the color on any piece of the leather here. And for the threading, I chose this bronze color to kind of match the bronze accent trims around the vehicle. So now everything looks cohesive. So now the wire is all connected. I want to put in the center bolt. Now lastly, the airbag. So everything's connected. Let's put on the airbag. Wow, that looks amazing. I wish I can take off my gloves right now, but it's way too cold. But indoors, I already felt how amazing this leather feels. Now you might ask, why am I doing this? It's because the steering wheel is actually the only thing in the entire vehicle that you touch the most. Every time you drive, your hands are on the steering wheel. So it's something that you interact with every single time you drive the car. I think this is a well worth it upgrade because it's gonna be something I enjoy every single time I drive the car. And a nice leather, I'm gonna feel it with my hands every single time. I also had the steering wheel a little thickened, so it feels a little thicker now and it grips on very nice. So it's definitely something I'll enjoy going forward, and it's definitely worth the investment. So now the steering wheel is on, but the leather is bare and brand new. So this is the best time to protect it. So the best way I know to protect it is with this. This is interior ceramic from DIY Detail. So it's basically a ceramic coating for interior parts like leather, plastic, vinyl, all of that. So what we're gonna do is give this a good clean, and then we'll apply the interior ceramic. And how we're gonna do the initial cleaning is just with a microfiber and some rinseless wash. So I'm gonna saturate this microfiber cloth with rinseless wash, and then I'll evenly distribute it by squeezing it a little, just like that. So now it feels exactly like a rinseless dampened towel. So then just give your surfaces a good wipe down. And some of you might ask, why not use some kind of leather lotion or moisturizer or whatever that you've seen online that, you know, real leather needs? The thing is, most leather that you see and touch are actually protected with a layer of clear coat. And that is to give the leather some protection and add longevity to that leather. Because bare leather will actually be very hard to take care of because it's extremely porous and will stain very easily. So the majority of leather that you see on the market, they all have that protection layer. And that protection layer is basically a film of plastic. So using some kind of lotion or moisturizer like that will not penetrate that layer, which is not doing anything. So the best way I know to protect it is with a ceramic product. And now it's wiped down with rinseless wash. I'm gonna use panel prep to prep the surface. You don't need too much, just 2 sprays and give it a quick wipe down. Make sure you get the back of the steering wheel. Now it's especially important to protect your steering wheel because, like I said earlier, your steering wheel is the one place in your whole car that gets touched the most, and it's also the part that gets the dirtiest because every time you drive, you're gonna get your hands on it, and your hands carry all kinds of dirt and grime. And over time, it's only gonna collect on your steering wheel. So now everything's prepped. I'm gonna put on my glove here because we're gonna handle some ceramic. So it's best to protect yourself. So how we're gonna apply the interior ceramic is with this, an applicator pad. Now, give your interior ceramic a good shake, and then just squeeze a little bit. You wanna squeeze into your foam like this, not onto it, because then it'll drip off. I'll say 2 or 3 lines, that should be good. And you can start on a flat area like this. Now you can see that interior ceramic has a very, very low viscosity. So it gets into all kinds of places, and even into the pores of any leather and even the coating on it. As you do this, make sure you get the bottom part, the inner part, and the back side. I'm gonna give it 1 more line. So just like that, everything is wiped on. And you can see the leather is nice and saturated. I'm gonna take a microfiber cloth and level it. Now interior ceramic, it does leave a nice and dark finish on the leather. And it doesn't really alter the sheen of leather. It still leaves that nice matte finish, how leather is supposed to be. Remember, shiny leather is dirty leather. So it really gives it a nice finish, and at the same time darkens it a little bit. And this finish will persist for about a year. Now, of course, depending on your wear and use, that time will vary. So for something like your steering wheel, I'll probably say maybe around 6 months, because every time you grab onto it, it causes friction, and friction is the #1 way to remove coatings. So what interior ceramic will do here is give the leather more stain resistance and give it a little bit more longevity. It'll also help against some wear and tear. As this is the steering wheel, you're gonna tug on it and pull on it. So I don't know how much it helps with it, but it's better than nothing. And one big noticeable difference is that it's going to be anti-static. So dust and debris will collect on it less. So just like that, we're gonna leave it for an hour, don't touch it, let the ceramic cure on it, and we'll be good to go. So a little bit about OJ Steering is that their service is not to just stitch on a steering wheel cover on your steering wheel. What they actually do is they will remove your OEM leather and completely rewrap it. So your steering wheel will be wrapped in a way just like what your OEM does. And they also only use premium material like Napa leather done in a customized design of your choice. And if your leather is not enough, they also got carbon fiber. You can customize anything from the color of your stitching and your leather, or the shape and thickness of your steering wheel, to the orientation of the seam between the leather. So all of those little details can be to your exact liking. Now for my steering wheel, for example, I got vertical seams at the top and horizontal seams at the bottom. Now the benefit of removing your original leather, or pleather in a lot of cases, is so that your new leather will form onto your steering wheel a lot better. The fit will be a lot tighter, and there won't be any bumps on the leather seams because they'll actually dig those recessed tunnels for the leather seam to lay flat into. And if you got those steering wheel covers online and plan to stitch them on yourself, thinking that it will preserve your original leather, it will not. Because the adhesive on a steering wheel cover, a lot of times it's double-sided tape, it will for sure destroy your original leather over time, even though they tell you that it won't, but it for sure will. And on those websites, they even advertise that they use genuine leather, which in fact they absolutely do not. Just like how they also pretend to be American companies and ship from the US, when in fact they are definitely Chinese-based and ship them out from China, and just disguising as an American company. I know that because in the beginning, I was also looking at those steering wheel covers online, and I ultimately decided to go with OJ Steering, thanks to my brother. And if any of you are interested in getting your steering wheel rewrapped by OJ Steering, please email me. I can connect you with them along with a custom quote, and my email will be in the description. And of course, this video is not sponsored by them in any way. I don't get any money out of this. I just really enjoy the quality of their work and craft, and they happen to tell me that they can also work with international clients, and they have before. So let me know if you guys are interested, because I can definitely get you guys the same kind of steering wheel upgrade that I got here. So my steering wheel here specifically, it costs $300, including the reshaping of the bottom. So depending on your customization, the pricing will vary. So if you're just getting a leather replaced, it will definitely be below that price before shipping and handling. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I'm very excited about this upgrade. And it's been a week since I installed the steering wheel. I've been driving it around, and honestly, it feels so good. I had the steering wheel a little thickened, so it grips on a lot nicer now. And the little bolstering here really helps you grip onto the steering wheel. And that perforated leather really just gives that more grippy texture. So it feels really good under the hand. And it's something I think of every time I drive the car. And this steering wheel is also a heated steering wheel, so the heating elements still works. So even though everything was ripped out, the heating elements was still preserved underneath. So everything is still working like before. And if you're interested, my email will be in the description. Let me know, because this is definitely one of the best upgrades I've done to the car. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Oh, broke. These gloves suck.